When the American military built Fort Snelling on top of the limestone bluffs here at the confluence of the Mississippi and Minnesota rivers, the overlook provided strategic military and trading advantages. The Dakota have a name for this place as well, Bedote, Minnesota, meaning confluence of the Minnesota. Today, the view from the bluffs at Fort Snelling provides an excellent place to see birds, take photos, and reflect on the sometimes proud and sometimes painful stories of Minnesota's past. On September 21, 1805, Lieutenant Zebulon Pike arrived at the confluence of the Mississippi and Minnesota. His main objective was to establish alliances with the Dakota and the Ojibwe and acquire land to build a fort. 20 years later, the construction of Fort Snelling was completed here under the leadership of Colonel Josiah Snelling. Soon, the fort became the regional center for negotiations between the Americans and the Dakota, Ojibwe, Menominee, and Ho-Chunk. Fur traders moved in across the river at Mendota, and European immigrants established homes at nearby Camp Coldwater. Also, both free and enslaved African Americans lived in and around the fort, including Dred and Harriet Scott. For the next century, through the Second World War, Fort Snelling remained a military base and played a primary role in American and tribal gatherings, political debates, and war. Today, that history and more can be explored at the historic Fort Snelling Visitor Center and the fort itself just down the road.